This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, yeah. So this is the start page of your NetWeaver page of your PI system. So by default, you will be having this. Okay, this is how your NetWeaver page looks. This is a start page of your NetWeaver application or a PI application. Okay, rather than saying it as a NetWeaver, you can say it as your PI application. Okay, now you have to access, you have to navigate to a page where you can access your SLD, ESR, ID, monitoring, all these things. For that, what you can do, you can remove this start page from your URL, and then just type dir and then press enter. Okay, automatically you will be redirected to this page now. So this is the page where we will come each and every time to access ESR, ID, monitoring component, SLD, and all these things. So we'll see one by one what are these and how they will look. As I said yesterday, ESR and ID are Java based, Swing based clients, which when you click on them, separate application will be launched for you, which is based out of Java. So for you to run these ESR and ID first or launch these ESR and ID, you need to have Java installed in your application. As this is a remote desktop, if you are trying to access these ESR and ID from this remote desktop, no need for you to worry. Java is already installed here. Okay, so let me click on ESR. So if it is a Chrome, then download file. I mean, a file will be downloaded for you like this. You just have to click on this, and then it will get automatically executed using Java. Okay, this is the Java that in the backend that is being executed. Okay,
So kindly increase your font size, sir. It's very small.
this is the remote desktop itself, not mine. So that's how it is configured for me. Okay, let me try to change it. Is it okay now? Is it okay now for you?
Okay, sir. Little bit same like previous one.
Let me try one more time. No, I can't do anything. That's how it is coming for me. maybe later I'll check if there is any other way. Okay, but for now that's how it is.
Okay, sir.
Share my screen again. Yeah. So yeah, so your application will be launched. So when you click on this and try to invoke it, so you can see now your application got launched now. So this is how your PI application looks. It is looking like this. Yeah. So this is how your PI application looks. Okay. Where sorry, ESR swing client looks for you, where you can see on the left side all the um, software component. These are all the software components. So why do we need software component? What is the purpose of it? This is something that we will discuss in the coming sessions. Okay. So you will be having all the software components on the left side, and inside this you'll be having again bifurcation here, where you can have software component version, and then you can have namespace, you can have object types and all these things. Okay. So this is how your ESR looks for you. Okay. And then change list is something that will be available for you to check if there is any objects that are in change list for you. You can check them, what are the objects that are available in open change list, and then you can activate them. Okay. So what is this change list, you'll slowly understand one by one. Okay. Yeah, so this is how your ESR looks. And ID, let's do the same thing again. When you click on this, a file will be downloaded for you. If you click on this, make sure that you always select later when it is asking you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now this is how your ID looks for you. Object, yeah. So this is how your integration builder looks for you, where you can see on the left side you can see multiple object categories, interface determination, ICO, receiver determination, all these things. And when you expand, you will get all these objects one by one. So we create all the ID related objects here, and we create all the ESR related objects in this component. Okay. So this is how your ID and ESR looks for you, and this is how we have to launch them. Next thing is SLD. So it will ask you to log in. Okay. So SLD, as I said in the yesterday session, SLD acts as a repository where it contains or may stores the information about all the objects or all the objects that are created in your. One second. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So, as I said, SLD maintains all the information that are related to all the objects in your application. So it can be either products, or it can be the software components, or it can be the business systems or technical systems, or any object that you create here. So if you create any ICO, so internally in the backend, the cache will be updated with this object in your SLD, so that it will be available for you during runtime. So everything is interrelated to your SLD. So okay, so that's why we say it as it acts as a repository to maintain all the information related to any of the object inside your application. Okay, so as part of SLD, we have four important things here. One is a technical system, business system, product, and software components. So technical system and business system are nothing but physical entities or objects that we create to represent application. Okay, either it can be an SAP application or non-SAP. I'll explain more on this in the coming session, but to give you an overview, so this is how it is. So this is used to represent a particular application, so that we create a particular object like this. We create a business system with the name of bs underscore 100 underscore ECC, and we will be using this object to communicate with the corresponding business system. Okay, so like that, we create a specific object to communicate with that particular application. Okay, that's how we do it. So similarly, we create products and software components. So products and software components are nothing but again entities that we create to represent a particular application and the corresponding sub entities inside it. Okay, to make you understand more, let us take an example. Generally, product will be at the organization level and software component will be at the departments level. Let us take an example like that. So you have an organization called Amazon or a Flipkart, where inside that organization you have multiple departments, like you have HR department, you have sales and distribution department, you have inventory, you have finance, like that. Okay, so uh, in PI, it is important for you to make a differentiation according to the departments or scenarios that you're trying to implement, so that it will be easy for you to define those departments. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to define those scenarios whatever you are trying to create. Okay, so if you see, observe here. So if you observe here, I have my, yeah, S, SWCV underscore college is one of my software component, where you can take college as a software component here at a high level. Under that, I have multiple departments here, or you can take multiple, we can have multiple bifurcations or multiple segments, where you can see I can have for one HR I can have one namespace, for SD department I can have one namespace. Why we are doing like this? Because it will be very easy for you as a developer to understand, to that particular scenario is under which namespace. For suppose you are talking about employee interface. Okay, so employee interface comes under HR module. Okay, so you might have created one module as HR here and one module for SD. So now it will be easy for you. For suppose if anyone is asking you to check any of the interface of employee interface, then you can, what you can do, you can directly come here to this component and then expand this, and then come directly to HR module namespace, and then expand this and then check the relevant interface, right? So no need for you to check each and every namespace here that you have, because you know what is the module that you're looking for. That's why you can directly come here. Okay, so having these software components and these namespaces will help you to have such level of differentiation among the scenarios that you're trying to implement, so that it will be easy for you to understand what is the interface and to which particular module that interface is related to, and also you can check it very easily. Okay, so to make it easy for any developer, we will try to implement these interfaces using these software components and products. That's the only reason. So um, So where we will create the software components and products. So we create these software components and products in SLD, and then we will import it into ESR. So I will discuss more about how to create these, how do we differentiate all these software components and products in detail in the coming session when we create products and software components. Okay, yeah. So that's it about SLD, and then next part is monitoring. So yeah. So as part of monitoring, what are the things that are available for us as part of monitoring? So we can do message monitoring, and we can do channel monitoring. Okay. And we can test some messages. So, okay. So as part of monitoring, you can see here integration engine and adapter engine. The PI application that we are going to use is a dual stack. That's why we have both the integration engine and adapter engine. If it is a single stack, you will be having only adapter engine. So what does it mean? It means if you are having a dual stack system, okay. So if you are having a dual stack system, you will be having both the integration engine and adapter engine. If it is a single stack, you will be having only adapter engine. Okay. Next. So what do you mean by integration engine? Integration engine is nothing but your ABAP stack. Adapter engine is nothing but your Java stack. What are these? I'll show you in some time. Again, here adapter engine is nothing but Java stack. So it means when you have any PI application which is a dual stack system, it means you can access both ABAP stack and Java stack of that PI application. Whereas if your PI application is a single stack, then we call it as a pipo. Then you can access only Java stack of that application. So what do you mean by Java stack? This is nothing but the Java stack. Okay, whatever you access everything from here, NetViewer page, this is nothing but the Java stack. Whereas ABAP stack is nothing but this one. So ABAP stack, you will access ABAP stack from logon pad. Here you will be having an entry, or you can add this entry here with the corresponding host name or IP address and the SID of that particular application, and then you can log in from here. So once you log in, you can see this is the ABAP stack for your PI application. Then you can access all the monitoring and everything from here. Okay. Yeah, so this is how you can access ABAP stack. Okay, yeah. Next thing, so mostly as part of our monitoring here, we go to adapter engine and check for messages. Where you can check it, you can click on message monitor, and then it will navigate you to the corresponding page where you can see the logs. Okay. Okay, this is logged. So let's log off once. Okay, so this is not working currently. I log adapter monitor. Yeah, I don't have access. Okay, fine. Message monitor is not working currently. We'll see it later. At the same time, along with that, you have a communication channel monitor, which will help you to understand status of each and every channel that has been created inside your application. Okay, so to check, you can click on all. You can select all and click on go. It will give you all the channels here. I think there is some issue with the application. Yeah. So you can see all the channels that are created in your application. So currently there are 595 channels, okay, and you are returning only 100. So if you want to see more, you can click on, you can increase the count here and then click on go. Okay, so you can see all the channels here. Now each and every channel you can see the status. So if you see some of the channels in error status, you can see why that is in error. So this is because of error with some of the JDBC related configuration. Okay, So this is error due to some of the folder that it is referring to. So like that. Okay. Yeah. So like that you can select the corresponding entry and then see the corresponding channels if you want. Okay. Like that you can see all the channel related details as part of your communication channel monitoring. Okay. And the next important thing that we see is testing. As part of testing, you can see here you have a send test message. This is something what we use to push data to our CPI. We'll see later how we can push this data, how we can use these, and how we can push the data to any of the interface inside CPI. Okay. You don't have access to the application assigned to this profile either due to lack of permissions. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. So these are the main things as part of monitoring which we use generally on our daily basis. Okay. So this is all about the components that are available here inside this as part of this NetWeaver page. Okay. So we'll see other components as part of logon pad. So as this is a dual stack, we will check ABAP stack details also. Few. Okay, so once you log in, this is the landing page for your ABAP stack. So from here we have to run the T codes. T code is nothing but a transaction code which will be used to access any specific workbench. Okay, workbench is nothing but any specific resource or anything. Okay, so I have a T code as SXMP underscore Moni. When I run it, you can you'll be navigated to this integration engine monitoring page. If you double click on this, you'll be redirected to this page. If you execute, you will get the logs that are executed over a period of time. So if you want to see the logs here, let me run this. You don't have any logs here. 20. So there are no logs at all. Fine, but this is how you can check it if you want to see any logs from your ABAP stack. Mostly we don't use any ABAP stack because nowadays all the customers are migrating to single stack. So whatever the requirements that you are doing, or if you already have a dual stack system, if you are developing any new interface, we develop that using a single stack based scenario. Because going forward, it will be very easy for you as a developer to migrate your interfaces from dual stack to single stack. So how we will create a dual interface in dual stack and how we will create interface in single stack, we'll see that again when we start creating an interface. Okay, we'll create one interface in dual stack scenario. We'll create one interface in a single stack scenario. Okay, yeah. So today is all about overview about all these components so that to make you comfortable or understand what are the components that are available so that you will not get confused going forward. So yeah, these are the components that are available in PI for now. So let me know if you have any questions till now. Okay then.
Well, when will I
So
have
if
server
you
access to practice?
yes, server access will be given to you. Our team will provide you the server access, so you can take the server access from team and then start practicing the scenarios.
Oh, practice on only single structure or dual stack?
You will be given access to a dual stack server.
Okay.
The advantage of a dual stack server is you can create scenarios or interfaces on in both ways. You can create interface which runs on both the engines, which is nothing but scenarios or interfaces that works on both the engines as a dual stack scenario. At the same time, you can create interface that runs only on Java stack, which is an single stack scenario. Okay, you can create. You have two options to create the interface. That's what I said. So we will try to create interface in two ways for the initial interface, which runs on both the engines, and other interface which runs only on single stack. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay then. So if you don't have any questions, that's it from my end for today. So this is all about an overview of the components. So in next session, we will see what is a product and what is a software component version, and we'll see how to create it and import it into our ESR. Okay. So we'll connect again in next session and then discuss about these topics. So yeah, all of you can drop. Microsoft, can you stay in the call?